As you already know, Dawn News is working with the Breathe Pakistan initiative, जिसमें हम climate change के बारे में बहुत frequently बात करते हैं. You know, given the rising smog levels in Lahore as well currently, we are a little bit concerned कि हम अपने climate का किस तरह ध्यान रख सकते हैं. And you know, it makes my heart so happy to see कि इतने young generation हमारी और young बच्चे भी इस चीज़ की तरफ आ रहे हैं. और आज मैं आपको इसी नोट पे एक बहुत ही अच्छे और बहुत ही young guest से मिलवाना चाहूँगी. She started working as a part of climate change since the age of 7 and अभी वो 13 साल की हैं और अभी हम उनसे बात करेंगे. And her name is Iman. Welcome to the show, Iman.
Thank you for having me here.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. What about you?
Great. Okay, Iman. So हम आपसे आज पूछेंगे कि आप at the age of 7 से climate change में interested हो, and that is so phenomenal because from such a young age आपको इतनी sense of responsibility है about your environment. ये कैसे हुआ? What really got you into it?
So basically, I was born and raised in Karachi, लेकिन मेरे ancestors जो हैं वो सवात से हैं. तो मैं बहुत ज़्यादा travel करती हूँ north में. और जब मैं 5 साल की थी मैं गई थी महूदन लेक, एक बहुत प्यारी सी लेक है. I think many of you guys know.
Yes.
महूदन जी. तो जब मैं पहले गई थी बहुत प्यारी सीनरी थी. एक आइलैंड था लेक के बीच में, उसमें बहुत सारी ट्रीज भी थी और आप देख सकती थी कि बहुत सारा स्नो था. और बहुत सारी होती थी. मुझे 2 जैकेट्स पहनने होते थे. लेकिन मैं गई फिर like 2 years later और सीनरी बिल्कुल बदल गई थी. Like there was a lot of trash. सारी तरफ को काट दिया था एंड बहुत ज़्यादा प्लास्टिक पोल्यूशन था और ज़्यादा गर्म भी था वहाँ पे. और मैं बहुत ज़्यादा सुन रही थी क्लाइमेट चेंज के बारे में, क्लाइमेट चेंज दिस, क्लाइमेट चेंज दैट. तो आई वाज लाइक कि मुझे पहले इस पे ज़्यादा रिसर्च करनी है. तो मैंने रिसर्च की और मैंने बोला वेल दिस इज़ अ वेरी बिग प्रॉब्लम. और ज़्यादा लोग उस टाइम पे कर नहीं रहे थे ना, लाइक टॉक्स अबाउट क्लाइमेट चेंज. अब ज़्यादा. तो I was like, well, I have to take this into my own hands. Like मैं थोड़ा तो करूँ ना, like for the environment, because I believe कि every small step counts. So first I was part of the Nest.io Summer Entrepreneurship Camp. और वहाँ पे मैंने एक pitch की थी like sustainability की magnets from scrap wood.
Okay.
और फिर that was my first product, I guess you'd say.
Amazing.
और फिर later, when I was 9 years old, I joined the Climate Launchpad.
अच्छा.
So उस time पे I was trying to do like a lot of things, like a lot of recycling, making a lot of stuff. लेकिन my trainer told me कि एक चीज़ पे focus करनी है. तो मैं सोच रही हूँ कि like what will I do, like जो मुझसे भी connected हो और other पाकिस्तानियों से भी connected हो ना.
Of course, and it's something that's a community-driven initiative, of course.
Yes,
I understand.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, amazing. That sounds great. And then, would you like to continue this, or should I ask you a little question about कि आप किस तरीके से balance करती हो, considering you're a student as well, so you're going to school as well, and then you're doing this activism as well for climate change. So how do you balance your life, given you're just 13 years old, right?
Basically, I'm a homeschooler.
Okay,
so
amazing.
that I'm also affiliated with a school North America में. तो basically ये जो मैं सब कुछ करती हूँ about climate change, environmental sciences, ये सब कुछ मेरे course के part ही है. So basically जो मैं ये करती हूँ like going to COPs etc. It's all part of learning, and I'm thinking I'm going to pursue a career, of course, in environmental sciences.
Oh, that's amazing, and I think you really did find your calling from a young age, Iman. So good job and good luck to that. अच्छा, अभी आप recently आई हो COP29 से. क्या experience था? How did you feel like as if you were lucky that you were given that opportunity to be there? बाकी लोगों से भी बहुत कुछ सीखा होगा. So tell us a little about COP.
So yes, COP29 बहुत ही अच्छा experience था. लेकिन of course COPs बहुत hectic होती हैं. Like you're always running around. I had many events. COP29 में, both in the blue zone and the green zone. So yes, I felt very lucky. ये मेरी second COP है. My first COP was in Dubai.
Okay.
और I'm also based UAE में. तो like पहले तो बहुत like मुश्किल से मिला था like accreditation for the blue zone, लेकिन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मिल गया था. लेकिन इस time it was easier. COP29 was great. Um, Apart from the negotiations, जो सब कुछ delegation pavilions में हो रहा था Blue Zone में, they were very interesting. सारे events हो रहे थे और जो policies young people मना रहे थे. I was involved with Plan for the Planet, and it was very inspiring to see जो ज़्यादा young people हैं और indigenous community से भी लोग आए थे
Yeah,
or like people from very diverse backgrounds coming
amazing.
together at COP for well climate change.
दैट्स अमेजिंग एंड ईमान आई एम श्योर आपको बहुत अमेजिंग फील होता था गिवन कि यू नो एनवायरनमेंट की भी कोई बॉर्डर्स नहीं होते. जो हवा लाहौर में है वही हवा दिल्ली से भी आ रही है और वही स्मॉग के इश्यूज हमें फेस होते हैं. तो सिमिलरली जब हम डिफरेंट लोगों से दुनिया में मिलते हैं आई एम श्योर हम उनसे आइडियाज़ भी लेते हैं. एंड ईमान आई वांटेड टू आस्क यू यू नो बीइंग सच अ यंग गर्ल एंड बीइंग सो एक्टिव इन दिस क्लाइमेट चेंज कॉन्सेप्ट, आप PM शहबाज शरीफ से भी मिली हो, right, when you were basically traveling, and you've met a lot of government officials generally as well. So
Yes.
is there any memorable event that you'd like to share with us, या कोई ऐसी चीज़ जिससे आपको लगे कि yes Ruja, I feel like I'm making a difference?
Well, of course, one memorable would be meeting Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif
Yeah.
and the advisor to the Prime Minister on climate change, Ramina Alam.
Yeah.
So that was very memorable. Other would be like meeting people I've been connected with on social media. इसलिए सब लोग पूरी दुनिया से आ रहे हैं, and I've made connections. For example, Plan for the Planet से Youth for Climate. So hosting events and meeting such great and new people.
Yeah.
It's very I think the best thing
Of
about
Absolutely, I'm sure बहुत अच्छा एक experience है because you learn a lot from them as well, right? आपको लगता है कि क्या ये COP29 fruitful थी? Do you think that something good came out of it for the sake of our planet, for how you perhaps perceive climate change? आपने कुछ सीखा? Something you want to share?
Well, as you know, COP29 finance COP थी, तो फिर सब लोग जो COP में थे, especially global south से, पाकिस्तान, इंडिया, बांग्लादेश, तो they were really hoping loss and damage fund के लिए. इसलिए पाकिस्तान में आपको पता है कि बहुत सारे floods होते हैं. 2022 में जो floods हुए थे, अभी तक वो हम उनके challenges face कर रहे हैं.
Yeah,
So,
true.
unfortunately for finance COP जो promise थी,
Yeah.
I don't think COP29 was very fruitful in finance.
Okay.
हमें commitment थी 300 billion, एक commitment make की थी 300 billion per year
Yeah.
by 2035, और लेकिन that's far below what is required. हमें promise किया गया था in previous COPs trillions, not billions. So
I can imagine.
for that,
So you think so? Yeah.
Yeah, so we need trillions. अगर
Yeah.
हमें mitigate करना है, especially developing countries जैसे पाकिस्तान है, we do need trillions. इसलिए हम लोग तो front line है climate change पे. We're ranked number 5 as per the climate change risk index. और हर वक्त हमारे पास floods होते हैं, glacial lake outbursts, floods, droughts,
Yeah.
heat waves, आपको पता ही होगा. So
Yes.
that's not enough. Like
ठीक है.
300 billion per year is not enough.
Okay, so I'm sorry to cut you off. Actually, Iman, what I want to say is that let's say if you were a policy maker, या आपने जितना ज़्यादा सीखा है COP से और different जगहों से, तो आप क्या करती? आप basically पाकिस्तान में what is the one policy that you would be like, okay, this works. I learned something like this from here, and we can apply it to our country, to our rules and regulations. Is there something you want to tell us?
For our rules and regulations, I think जो पाकिस्तान में सबसे ज़्यादा चाहिए है, like
Yes.
for our country,
Yes.
is like an early warning system.
Makes sense.
An
Yeah.
early warning system needs to be like implemented Pakistan में. इसलिए floods. I'm not sure if you're familiar. Like, there was a very viral video that went around 2022 में, like a person who was just drinking chai एक
Yeah.
cafe में, and then
अच्छा.
was just swept away.
Oh,
by,
yes, I've heard of this. I've heard of this. I think this happened. Yes, yes.
Exactly. So first of all, I think we need an early warning system. Second of all, what we really need, as I personally believe, is like, not many people would agree with me on this, but like strengthening the voices of the indigenous communities. इसलिए, you know, the indigenous communities जैसे गिलगित-बाल्टिस्तान में, we need to really bring them to the table as negotiators.
Yeah.
इसलिए, first of
But I think these we had a lady who actually came from that area, and she had made an amazing documentary to actually spread awareness. And her story was quite similar to yours. How you started your journey. She started her journey because उनकी अम्मी जो थी वो एक खास किस्म का इनका एक ट्रेडिशनल हुंजा में करती थी, और फिर वहाँ पे फ्लड्स आए, बैरन लैंड हो गया, एंड हाउ इट अफेक्टेड हर, एंड शी मेड अ डॉक्यूमेंट्री ऑन इट. सो व्हाट यू सेइंग इज कि बजाय इसके कि लोग थ्रू फिल्म एंड मीडिया एक्सप्लेन करें, उनको एक्चुअली पैनल पे होना चाहिए टू मेक दोज डिसीजंस, राइट? दैट्स व्हाट यू आर सजेस्टिंग. दैट्स अ गुड पॉइंट. यस.
Yeah, exactly. इसलिए also the indigenous communities पूरे दुनिया में they have been protecting nature for centuries, और हमने like the people on the high tables right now उन्होंने बर्बादी की है उनकी ज़मीन को, right?
Yeah.
So we really need to bring them as negotiators to the big table such as COP.
ठीक है. Okay, now Iman, I have another really fun question for you as well. Last time आप हमारे शो पर आई थी तो आपने एक डॉल बनाई थी फिजा. तो where is Fiza nowadays?
So yes, Fiza is basically the eco-friendly doll, which means environment and earth.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, she is the mascot for Earth Warriors, and she's been traveling to Baku and speaking for the indigenous communities as well in events in COP29.
Amazing. And so ये concept आपने खुद बनाया था of making a doll? Was this something that you? Yeah.
Yes, basically Fiza Joanna, she is an eco-friendly doll which is dressed in the indigenous attire Pakistan ke, like from all provinces. So basically it's for the children to feel culturally connected to the doll. Like इसलिए पाकिस्तान के पास कोई climate superhero नहीं है. Like and like no superhero basically. जैसे my mom always used to tell me about Captain Planet.
Yeah,
which
oh my
was
God.
back in the time.
Yeah, dude. मेरे बचपन से I used to watch Captain Planet. So Iman, on that note, मैं आपसे थोड़ा सा डॉल के बारे में पूछूंगी, right? And if you feel like as if लोग उस सुपर हीरो एस्पेक्ट से कनेक्ट कर पाते हैं, सुपर हीरोज आर अ पार्ट ऑफ आवर कल्चर फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम. हम सब लोगों ने देखा, समझा और उसके थ्रू हम एक्शन लेते हैं. आपको लगता है कि आवाम इस चीज़ से रिलेट कर पाती है? Are you able to put your message across?
Yes, basically Fiza was made with the concept of her being the first Pakistani climate superhero. I grew up with my mom telling me about Captain Planet, as I said. So I was like, okay, we do need something from Pakistan, so like the children can feel connected.
Yeah.
So basically, Fiza teaches children about climate change, and we have books about Fiza, like saving the world, and we also have stories on our YouTube channel, and of course Fiza is available for sale. So basically Fiza is the teacher of children about climate change.
Amazing.
Because what I believe is that if you need to solve like such a big issue such as climate change, what you first need is to be educated about what climate change is. Because if you don't know about a topic, you can't really implement something on it.
Absolutely, that is so well said as well. Awareness is actually one of the first steps as well. आपको क्या लगता है कि पाकिस्तान आजकल सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज क्या फेस कर रही है about climate change? What is it that stands out to you that you'd like to bring awareness to our audience about?
Well, of course, I think it would be the glacier lake outburst floods, or GLOF for short. Pakistan is home to one of the most glaciers, outside of the polar region. Over 7,000 glaciers. I think it's 7,200 and something glaciers. There's 7,000 in Gilgit-Baltistan, I think. So, or due to global warming, will burst over and they're causing floods. And well, we all know जो floods हुए हैं like 2022 में और अभी तक होते हैं, लेकिन there's not much light on that. So I think the biggest challenges Pakistan face is the glacier lake outburst floods.
Okay, great. So आपके लिए how is it that you can resolve this? What does the sustainable future look like to you? अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं with all the knowledge and experience you have gained over the years, what would you say कि okay Rija, I think this would be a good solution for a sustainable future?
Well, a good sustainable future, we have a long way
Yeah.
to that. I think first what we need to do is exactly what we discussed in COP28, the UA consensus of phasing out fossil fuels. First, we need to do that. So we need to have a slow shift to renewable energy. Of course, this can't happen overnight. Everything will
Yeah.
just stop working. It's impossible to like cut out fossil fuels and coal overnight. So we need to slowly phase out our emissions.
Of course, absolutely. And I think, being an agriculture country as well, I think burning should also, I think, contribute a lot, especially Punjab side with
Yes, it
smog
does.
pe, right?
It
So
does.
that would be an issue as well. तो आप क्या message हमारे viewers को दे सकती हो, given the dire situation right now? What is it that you can say to them कि वो individual level पे क्या ऐसा काम कर सकते हैं जिससे वो difference बना सके?
See, what I believe is that I started at a very young age,
Yeah.
and as I said before, on your first question,
Yeah.
every small step counts. Like you might feel small in this big world, but remember, in every book, every sentence, every punctuation, every comma, it matters a lot. So every small thing you do, it can make a big difference.
Absolutely, it can. And Iman, I mean, it's been lovely to speak to you about this climate change and the fact that, you are homeschooling, and along with that, you're doing so much activism work as well since the age of 7. I think it gives a lot of the audience and a lot of the people right now hope and, some sense of responsibility about how they want to, save the future of our planet as well. And, I wish you all the best. And I would also like to ask you, how is it towards the end that if there are other girls and there are other kids who are watching you right now who want to be a part of climate change or who want to make a difference on a larger scale in a bigger community, तो आप उनको क्या ऐसी एडवाइस दे सकती हो जिसको वो फॉलो करके मे बी आपके फुटस्टेप्स फॉलो करें या आपका if they want to join forces with you or do something similar, what would you say to them?
Well, to everyone watching and wanting to be involved with climate change, well, Alhamdulillah, there are many projects in Pakistan which are working on climate change.
Yes.
So first, what you need to do is pick your focus. Like, because you can't do everything at the same time. So you need to pick a niche which you want to work in. I chose to work on SDG 13 as well as SDG 4, like combined climate education. So maybe, and it's not for everyone, maybe that's not your calling, maybe education is not your calling, maybe it's SDG 1, SDG 4, SDG 5, maybe. So first you need to pick your niche, and if you'd like to join forces with me, myself, you can go on my page, Earth Warriors, and you can get involved with me as well.
All right, great. I mean, good luck to you, Iman, and good luck to Fiza as well. And she makes her rounds and she goes around as an eco-friendly presence in everyone's life and brings more awareness and notice to climate change as a very severe issue that we are facing as an entire nation, as an entire planet. I'm wishing you all the best, and this is so impressive that you're doing it. All the best. Thank you for sharing your insights. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Take care.